What is going on YouTube? It is your boy MrBaboon. This time we have a reaction. This time we are reacting to incredible bridge demolitions caught on camera. If I think I said that right. I did just smoke and I did just smoke before I started recording, so I think I said it right. Let me know what you guys think about the video down below in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you guys are new. You know what I'm saying? I know the last time we had a video about bridges, it was just, I don't remember, but go check that video out. It was, I think, the most recent video I got on bridges, which was probably like a month ago. Something like that, I think. Go check it out. If I can find it, I'll probably put it, the link down in the description. Speaking of putting a link down in the description, I will have the video link and the channel link down below in the description, so make sure you guys check that out. You know what I'm saying? I think without that being said, we're going to go ahead and check this out, okay? Okay.
Deteriorating bridge over Big Cabin Creek in Pensacola, Oklahoma, and the remnants of a catastrophic collapse in Genoa that's haunted Italians since 2018, to the demolition of one of New York City's most famous structures, and a dilapidated bridge in North Dakota blown up in spectacular fashion. Here are some of the most incredible bridge demolitions caught on camera. For 64 years, the old Tappan Zee Bridge stretched over the Hudson River. Keen-eyed enthusiasts could spot the New York landmark in some Hollywood movies, like 1960's Butterfield 8 and 2002's Unfaithful. But on January 15th of 2019, the last remnants of the old Tappan Zee fell into the river below. Originally, the demolition crew wanted to take the last section apart piece by piece to protect the fish in the Hudson River. But when workers began hearing popping sounds coming from the work site, they knew it had become unstable. Sometimes, high explosives are the safest road to take.
Shit.
Whoa!
Damn.
That was savage. Oh, that was savage.
That's crazy. I've never seen a bridge
That was savage. Totally
demolition. Never seen it. This is like my first
The crowd
video
clearly
watching
enjoyed the show, but others were upset to see the bridge go. A woman who had grown up crossing the bridge said it was kind of sad, while another not-so-sentimental spectator called it exciting. The cameramen in this video used the word savage. Sounds pretty accurate. The new $4 billion Tappan Zee Bridge opened in 2017, but then Governor Andrew Cuomo decided to change the name. He named the new bridge after his dad, Mario Cuomo, which still has some New Yorkers fired up today. The new bridge is officially called the Governor Mario M. Cuomo Bridge, but if you ask anyone from New York, it'll always be the Tappan Zee. There's current legislation in the works to change it back to the historical indigenous
name. We got an
name.
ad. Come on, chop chop. Let's go. Chop chop. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go on me. Oh, I can't skip. I'm just hot. That's funny.
February 1st of 2013 was an exciting day for the Oklahoma Department of Transportation. It was the day they'd finally get to tear down that old, dilapidated bridge extending over Big Cabin Creek in Pensacola. Cabin Creek is considered a historical area and the site of two major Civil War battles. The bridge itself was built in 1939, but some old things just have to go. Demolition crews rigged several linear charges, aiming to cut the bridge in 5 places. Meanwhile, the Department of Transportation set up several cameras around the area to capture the entire demolition. We're guessing it was the most interesting thing that happened all year in Pensacola.
Fire in the hole.
Oh. Oh, we got another angle? Shit, that's dope. Damn. many angles on this.
Once the bridge
so
was
many
gone,
size
the demo
captured.
crews had another problem to tackle. Those ugly pier bases were still sticking out of the water. So, they returned a few weeks later and blew them to smithereens.
Shit. Damn, that's crazy.
The last inspection of Cabin Creek Bridge in 2009 told everyone the end was near. While still open to traffic, the bridge was in poor condition and was rated a 3 out of 9. The general appraisal read somewhat better than minimum adequacy to tolerate being left in place as is. In other words, it's okay, but it won't last much longer. Their suggestion? Build a new $5.5 million bridge.
5.5 million? Damn.
The Missouri River Bridge was built in 1936, connecting Warren County on the north side of the river with Franklin County on the south. It was a crucial link between the two communities, but due to age and nearly 11,000 vehicles per day, the bridge wasn't safe anymore. Sometimes it's more cost-effective to build a new one, which the Missouri Department of Transportation did right next door. But there's still the problem of the old structure, so why not make a spectacle out of it? Crowds gathered on April 11th of 2019 to say goodbye to a bridge they've crossed more than 1,000 times.
Here it comes. Holy cow.
It's funny watching the crowd jump when the delayed boom finally hits them. Our cameraman knew it was coming, but the people in front of him got a good scare. The deterioration aside, the old bridge couldn't handle the modern traffic demands. It had narrow lanes, no shoulders, and restrictive weight limits. It also required constant maintenance, which likely helped in the decision to build a new one. The new $62 million bridge features two 12-foot lanes and 10-foot shoulders on either side. It was also fitted with decorative lighting, rails, and support columns. You still have to make it look good, right?
That's crazy. That's a lot. That's more than the 5.5.
On August 14th of 2018, torrential rainstorms battered the Ponte Morandi Bridge in Genoa, Italy. Without warning, a 690-foot section of the concrete bridge collapsed into the flooded train tracks below. Sadly, the collapse dragged 43 people down with it, becoming one of the worst accidents in Italian history. But, like every disaster, there's a time for grieving and a time for healing. Almost a year after the deadly collapse, demolition crews arrived to tear down the remnants of the Ponte Morandi Bridge.
Oh, here we go, another sweet.
In post-World War II Italy, concrete was a suitable material for bridge building. According to The Guardian, Italy couldn't afford the steel necessary to build something akin to the Brooklyn Bridge. Sanctions prevented them from buying it, nor could the Italians produce steel on their own. They did, however, have plenty of concrete. It was a cathartic day for those who lived through the August 14th collapse. When Morandi opened in 1967, it was one of the longest concrete bridges in the world, stretching over a river, a railway station, several factories, and a densely populated area. Nobody ever thought it could fall down. Well, maybe they didn't want to imagine what might happen if it did. Regional President Giovanni Totti said the demolition carried symbolic value. He's happy the community doesn't have to look at the towers anymore, which constantly reminded them of the August 14th tragedy. Genoa could finally move on. If you live in Cleveland, Ohio, you've probably been driving over the Fulton Bridge your entire life, either the old one or the new one. Built in 1932, the old Fulton Bridge stretched over the Cleveland Metro Parks Zoo. It opened with 6 lanes, but 2 were removed later on. It was eventually whittled down to 2 lanes after a few years before its 2007 demolition. On April 28th of 2007, demolition crews arrived and rigged the bridge to blow. But sometimes, things don't go according to plan. During the 1-minute warning, the crew discovered some faulty wiring, which delayed the job. After a few quick fixes, the crew was ready to make the Fulton Bridge go boom.
I heard about that bridge when I was older. Well, not lately, but years back, a couple years back.
As impressive as it is, the April 28th explosion only knocked down half the bridge. It failed to tear down the section above the railroad tracks, which was ultimately scheduled a week later. The bridge had already been through the ringer in recent years. They had to install a canopy in the late 90s to prevent debris from falling on zoogoers. Then, in 2006, they found asbestos in the waterproofing tiles. Now, if you're worried about the animals, don't freak out. Zookeepers kept them inside their night quarters during the demolition and made sure that they were safe and comfortable. As the fastest growing place in North Dakota, the capital city of Bismarck has a lot going for it. But every growing city needs to update its roads and bridges, meaning someone has to blow up the old ones. On October 6th of 2008, a crowd gathered to say goodbye to the old Liberty Memorial Bridge. Built between 1919 and 1922, the Memorial Bridge linked the twin cities of Bismarck and Mandan, North Dakota across the Missouri River. A new modern bridge opened in 2008. A few months later, the old Liberty Memorial came crumbling down.
Spin class was brutal, but you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Ooh, yeah.
Skip. Three, two, one. Damn.
Close-up shots of the explosion give us a great view of the steel buckling as it falls. It's impressive how demo crews can rig all those charges to blow at the exact same time. This was probably day 2 of a multi-day job, as half the bridge was already missing. The North Dakota Department of Transportation set up several cameras to capture this historical moment. After all, the Liberty Memorial earned a spot on the National Register of Historic Places in 1997. Usually, things on the registry are meant to be preserved, but when upkeep gets too expensive, and in this case potentially dangerous, it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, that's great. Damn.
The Amrutanjan Bridge was a 190-year-old structure built during British rule in Western India. It was a crucial part of the Pune-Mumbai Expressway, but its limitations caused frequent traffic jams and headaches for Indian commuters. Construction began on a 6-lane bridge next door, but heavy traffic flows made it unsafe to tear down the Amrutanjan. Then, COVID happened. Indian lockdowns in mid-2020 were the perfect opportunity for some controlled demolition. Crews drilled deep holes into the old stone bridge and packed them with plenty of explosives. On April 5th of 2020, drone footage captured the entire setup and eventually the big boom.
Shit. Damn.
Once the initial support beams went, the entire stone bridge came tumbling down.
Shit.
For something that wasn't built with any modern technology, it's impressive the Amrutanjan lasted this long. Though we don't think that it would have lasted much longer. Reports indicated the bridge was on its last legs. It wouldn't be able to support increasing traffic flow. They wanted to tear it down back in 2017, but many people opposed the demolition, wishing to preserve the historical landmark. In the end, it took only 10 days to rig and tear down the centuries-old bridge.
Damn.
In the prefecture-level city of Huaihua in southwestern Hunan province, China, a crowd gathered to watch the demolition of a 1,000-foot bridge. In a city of over 4.7 million people, the old bridge wasn't meeting modern traffic demands. It was time to build bigger and better, so the demo team rigged the bridge with explosives, covered it with a tarp, and began the countdown. The aftermath looks like a hidden skate park you'd find in a Tony Hawk video game, and we're not sure why they covered the bridge before blowing it up.
Yeah,
if it was to
I'm not
capture
sure.
dust, they didn't do a very good job. Toward the end, we can see what the new bridge is expected to look like. The lights are pretty cool, but the people of Huaihua will have to wait a little longer. According to reports, the new bridge should be done by January of 2024. Wait, aren't you supposed to build the new bridge before blowing up the old one? If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, be sure.
We're gonna like. Yeah, no, I don't understand that one. It might just be because I'm high or something. But I don't understand that one. I mean, it's a really good video, really good video. I never actually seen a video or anything like, bridge dump, demolitions or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you guys have seen them in person or you know what I mean? Let me know. I think that's going to do it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys watch out for each other. Positivity is key. Motivation is key. Happiness is key. You guys watch out for each other. I'll see you guys in the next one.